away from being suspended for Game 7, so he's got to make sure he plays hard and smart.
Not just the yelling at the refs, but also getting the call over those double technicals. Nice pass inside of Arnett. Good adjustment, and it gets it going. Allen and Arnett working the two and made it beautiful.
And Coach, I got a question, because you see all the people talking about Bryant and not trusting his teammates. When a guy is this high, the same way that he was last game, what do they want him to do?
You know, this is a guy who can only win if he wins, because some people, as our test takes a very difficult shot, he can only win if he wins, because some media critics in particular just don't want to give this guy the credit that he is due as one of the all-time greats and all-time big winners.
Here's jump shot. This is Rocco battling for the rebound, but the ball takes it away. That was their last 8 shots from the field. The song. Artest off the fake. And right at the rebound, but a loose ball foul is going to go against Boston. With his first third-team foul against the Celtics.
I'll tell you what, Game 5, I didn't like the way that Ron Artest came out. Didn't look like he was into it. He's into the ball game tonight. Paying attention on the defensive end, offensively, looking aggressive, looking to take his own shots. This is the Ron Artest that the Lakers need, and will give them a legitimate chance to win 2 ball games.
Tony Allen comes in for Ray Allen. Artest inside, strip, lost another foul. Good job from Rasheed Wallace. They call a foul on Artest. That's his first. Lakers with their 13th foul.
Can I just go back to Bryant? If he had a different personality where he tried to suck up to people and was warm and cuddly all the time, not one person would have commented that it wasn't a great Game 5 performance. Because when LeBron James scored 25 and beat Detroit, everybody raved about how he carried the team. Or when Jordan used to get 50 in a playoff game, about his greatness. They're talking about trust after that type of game. That's a joke.
Welcome to the Kobe Bryant Film Room. And as you heard Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy give their thoughts about Kobe's Game 5 performance going into Game 6. The Lakers were down in that series going into Game 6. These are the thoughts that they had sitting on the sidelines, because the media didn't want to give Kobe credit for anything. LeBron was the golden boy. Now, Van Gundy was talking about LeBron. I know he threw Michael Jordan in there later, but he was talking about LeBron and how he has relationships with the media and how people are mad at Kobe because Kobe doesn't kiss anybody's ass. He doesn't have the relationship with the media that LeBron had, right? So Van Gundy, at that point, I believe Van Gundy knew that, I think he knew that LeBron James was controlling the narrative through the media at that particular time. I think he knew it was coming on, and coming on strong, right? And so he spoke out about the ass kissing, right? About how, damn man, how many times this guy have to win in order for you guys to call him the best player? He just dropped 35. Granted, they lost the game, but I mean, it's the Boston Celtics. You're not gonna win every game in the series, you know. So it was just, and then to hear it even after he won, they still didn't want to call him the best player in the NBA. After he beat damn near 5 Hall of Famers, you had Rajon Rondo, who should be in the Hall of Fame, Ray Allen, Paul Pierce, Kevin Garnett, and then you had Rasheed Wallace off the bench, who was actually starting after Kendrick Perkins got injured, right? With Tony Allen coming off the bench. So you had a whole, damn near a whole roster full of Hall of Famers, you know, that Kobe was up against. And you know, they make a big to-do about the Golden State Warriors with Steph, Clay, and Draymond. But, bro, this has to be the toughest series because you had to win on the defensive end. This was not an offensive series, you guys. Right? So, I just wanted to kind of show you the thought process and why Mark Jackson, one of the reasons why Mark Jackson and Jeff Van Gundy was removed from television. Why? Because there's a narrative that needs to take place. They were calling out the referees. So every now and then they try to give you a little bit of information, right? A little bit of truth, right? They call out what they see on the court. So they were calling out the referees. They both were replaced. Why? Not because Doc Rivers is better at commentary than those guys. They were replaced because they told too much truth, in my honest opinion. In my opinion, y'all. Right? And games like this is what you really got to think about when these guys were telling this during this broadcast. A lot of this shit went over y'all head. But I'm here, Kobe Bryant Film Room, with the footage, y'all, to remind you guys what was taking place. They were hating on Kobe in a major level. Didn't want to give him MVPs, right? Didn't want to give him anything. Even to this day, they don't want to give him anything. He won the toughest championships with the least around him, right? Look at the Celtics team. Bynum was a shell of himself, right? He was trying, but he couldn't play consistent minutes. Gasol was decent, but he wasn't incredible. He was decent that series. World Peace pitched in and contributed. Kobe had guys who contributed and showed up when the games mattered. But these guys are by no means superstars. You know what I'm saying? But that's what they're trying to turn Kobe's teammates into in 2009, 2010. And that's not factually correct. He was up against the wall, right? This Celtics team was the best defensive team in the NBA. Rajon Rondo this year was leading the NBA in steals, right? Kevin Garnett is one of the greatest defenders at the power forward position in the history of basketball. Not just that year, in the history of basketball. Paul Pierce is the all-time leading scorer for the Boston Celtics. Tony Allen would go on to win first team honors the very next season. Right? I think he won first team. Yeah, the very next season. Either first team or second team. Right? But I think it was first team. The very next season, y'all. The very next year. This is what Kobe was up against. Kobe was the only superstar on the team. He had an all-star in Pau Gasol. But look at these guys, bro. Look at these guys. And then even after, because y'all remember, Dwayne Wade and LeBron James got their ass whooped against the Celtics this very season. After Kobe won this probably the hardest championship of all time to win in a game 7, right? Dwayne Wade reveals that he called LeBron James to team up to take Kobe down to prevent him from winning 6. Right? So they didn't want to see Bean, the NBA didn't want to see Bean win anymore. He was winning too much. This is where you get the stalemate, right? This is where you get the stalemate of the NBA nixing the Chris Paul trade, right? But I want you guys to understand what Kobe was up against. He was up against a media machine, and it was just getting started. Well, it was in full effect, but it wasn't to the point where it was now. Like, this shit is like on ultra fleek, the media takeover, right? It just was, back then, they tended to tell more truth on what they were seeing on the floor. Now they just lie. The commentators lie to your face. And I showed you guys the other day. I'm gonna go through more footage of LeBron James' defense, and the commentators just sitting there lying to your face, telling you he's a great defender, and these guys, these bloggers, and these people with these websites telling you he's this all-time great defender in 2019, when I can show you footage of him not even moving on defense. Now, I have seen channels when I was digging for some footage. It was weird because I seen channels glorifying his defense. Like I said, you got to be a LeBron maniac to glorify this man's defense in 2019. Kyle Kuzma literally had to push this nigga to play defense. And that lets me know you're cherry picking how you want to highlight LeBron's defense, right? Because LeBron in no shape or form was a good defender in 2019, right? And it's just a ridiculous argument if you watch the games. So I want you guys to listen to that again. I want you to listen to that commentary again by Mark Jackson and Stan Van Gundy, right? I want y'all to see what Kobe was up against.
It's important that Rasheed Wallace keep his composure because Perkins' injury looks bad.
Check out me, y'all. Bang!
11 points in 7 minutes. He's 5 of 6 from the field.
But Rasheed Wallace is one technical away from being suspended for Game 7, so he's got to make sure he plays hard and smart.
Not just yelling at the refs, but also getting a tackle on one of those double technicals. Nice pass inside and Arnett. Good adjustment. And it gets it going. And then from there, with the return. And beautiful.
And Coach,
Listen up, y'all.
You see all the people talking about Bryant and not trusting his teammates. When a guy is this high, same way that he was last game, what do they want him to do?
You know, this is a guy who can only win if he wins because some people, as our test takes a very difficult shot.
So Kobe can only win if he wins, right? Meaning they weren't going to give him any credit. He was not supposed to be the guy. He was not supposed to win after Shaq, y'all. It wasn't supposed to happen. They were trying to build the league around LeBron James and celebrate LeBron. LeBron was supposed to have next. Because of Kobe's situation in Colorado, a lot of the media did not like him. They had disdain for Kobe, right? Still to this day, he was supposed to be he wasn't supposed to win, y'all. But he was so great, he kept winning. Even though they were trying to bury him, he kept winning. All those leaked footage, right? The leaked reports, right? That I covered earlier on in this channel about how the Lakers insider leaked Kobe running off Shaq, leaked Kobe as this selfish monster in the locker room, right? When all his teammates say he wasn't, right? But he kept, even after the struggles that he had, he got one All-Star, right? And he had the best record in the league, halfway in the league when he got that All-Star, right? Went straight to the finals with one All-Star, right? Went straight to the finals. He lost to an all-time great Celtics team. Right? Without Trevor Ariza, one of his starters, one of the best players on the team. Right? But he gets criticized for not beating a stacked Celtics team that nobody beat that year. Right? They were super a super team. Right? Kobe had to figure it out, right? He had to go against a stacked deck. Niggas teaming up, right? And guess what? They also teamed up. LeBron and Wade, like I said, teamed up to beat Kobe. Wade revealed this. He spilled the beans. And for you LeBron James fans out there, understand this. Wade wasn't just talking about himself. He said we. If you go back and listen to that conversation, Wade said, we got one. We couldn't sit back and watch this guy get 6, and we got one.
He can only win if he wins.
He wasn't supposed to win, y'all.
Media critics in particular just don't want to give this guy the credit that he is due as one of the all-time great and all-time big players.
Here's jump shot. This is Rondo battling for the rebound, but the ball takes it away. Lakers have made their last 8 shots from the field.
They weren't supposed to win.
Off the fake.
He was supposed to go out with 3 championships and no MVPs. They gave him an MVP because they didn't want to look like haters. But 08 wasn't even his best season. Right? It wasn't even his best season. It wasn't even close to his best season. Right? They tried to justify the bullshit of having Steve Nash win the MVP over Kobe when Kobe made history. Right? Kobe was putting up 62 3/4 against the Dallas Mavericks. These niggas still don't want to call him the best player in the world. It's sick. It's sick, bro. Well, how much does a man have to do? He's all NBA first team defense. He's the best scorer in the league, and he's winning games in the West with not too good players around him, right? It wasn't supposed to win, guys. They needed LeBron to go to a super team in order for LeBron to get his first chip to overshadow Kobe. The problem with Kobe is Kobe and the Lakers ended up breaking down in 2011. Right? But had Kobe and them not breaking down, he would have been seeing LeBron again. Or not again, because he ain't seen LeBron, but he would have been seeing LeBron in the finals. Mind you, right? When Kobe was coming up, they had those puppets. LeBron was supposed to be the guy, right? LeBron was supposed to emerge and take those 2 chips in 09 and 10, right? But he couldn't deliver, right? Then you got a guy, Kobe, coming out the West. People see him winning. They're like, wait a minute. This guy's still the best. This guy's great. This guy over here is great, but this guy's still better. Right? They couldn't have that because they needed their new Jordan, their new cash cow. The NBA is always going to create a new Michael Jordan to make money. Right? They love LeBron James because of his personality. And now you have Rich Paul doing his rounds right now in the media, promoting himself, right? Promoting LeBron as the greatest player of all time. You have all these clutch sports people. Darvin Ham is a fucking clutch sports guy, right? Anthony Davis. They forced the New Orleans Pelicans to make that trade. If you guys remember, right? The GM of New Orleans didn't want to make the trade and wasn't going to make the trade. Guess what? His ass was fired in order for them to send AD to the Lakers. Right? His owner fired him. They forced that trade, bro. They're powerful, bro. These people in the media, these people in the NBA, they're working with the NBA. They have to be working with the league. There's no way the NBA can say, this is LeBron's best friend, and he has nothing to do with LeBron getting all these players on his team. Come on. How stupid are we, y'all? We got to think, bro. Listen to Van Gundy.
These ball fouls going to go against Boston. With his first third team foul against the Celtics.
I'll tell you what, Game 5, I didn't like the way that Ron Artest came out. It didn't look like he was
Listen up, y'all.
He's into the ball game tonight. Paying attention on the defensive end, offensively, looking
Watch
aggressive.
Van Gundy expose the ass kissing. Watch it. Watch it, y'all.
Takes his own shots.
Watch it.
This is the Ron Artest that the Lakers need, and will give them a legitimate chance to win 2 ball games.
Tony Allen comes in for a rebound. Artest inside, lost another foul. Good job from Rasheed Wallace. They call a foul on Artest. That's his first. The Lakers with their 13th foul.
Can I just go back to Bryant? If he had a different personality where he tried to...
If he had a different personality, who is he talking about, y'all? Let's do math, right? It's like some people are stupid out there. Some people are dumb. Some people are asses. Let's do logic and common sense. Who is Van Gundy talking about?
suck up to people and was warm and cuddly all the time. Not one person would have commented that it wasn't a great game performance. Because when LeBron James scored 25 and beat Detroit, everybody raved about how he carried it.
You see that? Yep, and he beat less talent. He beat way less talent, right? He beat way less talent to than LeBron. I mean, way less talent than Kobe, right? That Pistons team did not have Ben Wallace, right? And they changed the rules, but they glorify this guy, right? They still glorify this guy. To me, it's all legend. It's all folklore, y'all. It's all legend, all folklore. You know, I wanted to expose this, y'all.
When Jordan used to get 50s in a playoff game about his greatness, they're talking about trust after that type of game. That's a joke.
It's a play. Full call for the past 4 games. It's a couple of threes, and the Lakers.
And see, that's the thing. No matter how well Kobe plays, they're not gonna give it to him, right? They're gonna change the criteria whenever it fits Kobe. Whenever it benefits Kobe, they're gonna change it to benefit LeBron, and that's the way the game goes, right? But I wanted to expose this about the 2010 NBA Finals Game 6 commentary. I appreciate Stan Van Gundy for having the guts to tell the truth on national TV, because he kind of had to catch himself. Van Gundy actually caught himself when he was talking. He was like, "Oh shit, I ain't mean to say this shit on air, but I gotta keep going because I'm in the middle of my sentence. Now I gotta clean it up by trying to throw MJ in there at the end." No, that statement was for LeBron. That's why he mentioned LeBron first. But he cleaned it up pretty well. Well, anyways, guys, this is the Kobe Bryant Film Room. I just wanted to expose this to you guys, and I'll talk to y'all later.